Youth sports it's an interesting world right now that we're seeing, and I think it just has gotten to a point where money plays, and people want their kids to be Major League Baseball players, which I totally get. Being a Major League Baseball player is really hard. You're competing against everybody around the world, from the DR to Venezuela to Japan. I mean, there's players from all over the world, and understanding that, I think, is important as a parent. Like, look, I'm just going to enjoy my son playing the game. Now, if an umpire misses a call, he misses a call. Like, that happens. One of the best things I've heard is, I'm not going to go to somebody that's running a golf course and say, hey, you don't mow your greens right. Like, you're mowing them like crap. Like, they're going to be like, who the heck are you? Like, this guy is out here pretty much volunteering his time, maybe making a couple bucks. And I think it's important, just as parents, that we understand, most of our sons are not going to play Major League Baseball, and that's okay. Like, baseball is a beautiful game, and I have friends that play in 50-year-over leagues, right? Like, they love the game, and that's awesome. But just understanding that, what are your motives as a parent, and understanding that we're constantly on display for our kids. So the more that I'm yelling at an umpire, what am I teaching my kid? What am I teaching my kid's friends? What am I teaching my team, if I'm the coach of that team, or even just a parent on that team? And it's definitely concerning, coming from somebody who, I have a 9-year-old, almost 10-year-old son, and you see a lot of it where it's like, man, they're just putting energy into things that don't matter. Mm-hmm. Let's use that energy towards be more passionate about the game and playing the game. And yeah, winning's important. I'm not saying it's not, but there's a line I think that we need to make sure we don't cross. And I think just channeling your energy towards positive things. It's the one thing that I do think can improve, especially at the youth level, is we're so quick to tell kids what they're doing wrong. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, don't do this. Don't do. It's like, how about we match the energy and the amount of words we use on telling kids what they're doing wrong, we match that with what they're doing right, and positive affirmation, right? Like, dude, guys, that was awesome. Like, do we get as pumped up when a kid does something right as we get upset when they do something wrong? And I guarantee you, more people are getting upset, and more people are pointing out negative things that are going on, what kid wants to go through that as well, right? Like, so if I had to give any advice to a youth coach, and if I was coaching my son's team, and when I help out, it is all about how many positive things can I find and see and point out. Because the more that I point out those positive things, they're going to do them. And now you have a player that's going to play with hopefully loose and confident, rather than, oh man, what am I going to do wrong next that coach is going to yell at me for, and how many times have I told you? And it's like, I've heard that before from a coach, like, how many times have I told you need to back up third? And it's like, well, I'm willing to tell you 150 times, hey man, you got to make sure you back up third. Hey, make sure you back up third. Make sure you back up third. I'm willing to tell a kid 100 times that that's what it takes. But if after 3-4 times I start getting frustrating, I'm yelling at a 9-year-old that you don't get it, you need to get, like, what am I teaching him? And now you have a scared player, and he's just playing not to fail, and probably he's going to end up not liking the game and get out of the game when he's 15 because he's burnt out.